I'm on you.
Let me see.
Echo, I'm coming to you. Echo, be there. You see, stay there. Echo, come down, sorry. Echo, come down. Position him on the right of frame.
Reaction on a match on
Hey. Echo, give me out Echo. Give me out
The matter chop hot.
Assembly Diloto. Hey!
Aye.
The Telecel Ghana Music Awards is definitely over, but then we all know say the conversation around it will definitely going to last a whole week, probably 2 weeks, depending on all the angles that people are going to exhaust, and that will determine how long we are still going to have the TGMAs, that is the Telecel Ghana Music Awards, the 25th edition. That is will determine how long we are going to have that particular discussion. I mean, after the events, some people have taken it from different angles. The people that are trolling. The people that are also picking other sections of it are also doing it. In fact, one thing that I have seen has to do, the first one, definitely because it is a music award scheme, some people have taken it from who won what on the night. Yes, those who are trolling are trolling. Those who are teasing are teasing. Some people have also taken it from the performances that happened on stage. And yes, Omo criticizing the performances as to the ones that they liked and the ones that they don't like. It's also there. And of course, the fashion police also have also been in there to the extent that now we have the likes of Efia Schwarzenegger Munyina entering or to criticize the people on the red carpet. But this particular episode on Roland Report, in terms of the review of the Telecel Ghana Music Awards, has to do with the whole event production. Anyone that knows me very well knows my background when it comes to events in the music or in the entertainment fraternity. Therefore, I would want us to tackle it from the event production review. There are certain questions that I would want to ask certain experts, Yes, as much as I may have my own view on how the whole production went, I would definitely bring on some experts to also share their views from the red carpet to the event production, that is from the red carpet to the stage, also the screen output from the grounds, and also certain people that made the event possible. When such big events happen in this country, some people have the notion that, hey, you remember when the Global Citizen Festival, certain people ask certain questions, say, hey, when are we going to have such top event production quality in our space? And I must say, over the years, we've been doing it. We have the brains and everything. And it showed at the 25th edition of the Telecel Ghana Music Awards. Yes, personally, I think there have been improvements from setup, the whole event production, as to how they bring the event to life, even the collaboration between them and the artist in terms of even their performances on stage. I believe it has really, really enhanced. You see, I have two people that I would want to do this particular review with. One is Kelvin Kenneth, the boss of Events Guide and Africa Events Awards. I mean, he during some times releases top events in the music or in the entertainment industry, and I would want to take his review on this particular event that happened over last weekend. That is on the 1st of June at the Grand Arena. Was there any improvement? Have the scheme improved in terms of the event production? What is general overview on this particular event? My name is Roland Amate. If you're watching for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this content with others so they can equally enjoy. Because I don't want this to be boring, I would want to keep it brief so you can share your views in the comment section. What performance did you like? Which part of the red carpet did you feel? Say event and say a year auditorium or a year venue, the output. The people that watch it from home, I mean, the feel is different from when you are in the auditorium or you are on the grounds. And when you watch on screen, that is on phone or online or even on television, I think now the output is clearly different. So we are going to speak to some of the event experts on why we get some of these things and all that. But before that, let me put DJ Park Courage on the line. I mean, when it comes to one of the top events production guys, he is definitely one of the best to go to when it comes to live production. When it comes to live production, and even on his page, he made mention of one man, that is Kelly Doe Photography, who handled things on stage in terms of camera angles and everything, and he was giving him thumbs up. But then let's go speak to DJ Park Courage on what he thinks about, or his review on the 25th edition of the Telecel Ghana Music Awards scheme that happened. Okay, so I have my fancy brother on the line, DJ Park Courage. When you are talking about one of the best event experts in terms of events production, of course, in Ghana, you can't mention names without mentioning DJ Park Courage. People have even heard the name, but the face there, I'm sure so many people don't know. But then, now currently, man is doing the most with the Park Courage Studios. Brah, Michelle.
Wagwan, brother. Maybe I could be here.
Yami Adum, you tell me. Well, how's Pakore Studios and the fucking Things family?
We are doing well. We are following the steps of the Koto Nation and the rest.
well, you're welcome to Roland Report, though. I want us to tackle we in there. Is it the biggest music award scheme in Ghana just went by, and of course, I'm out for alpha reviews, from different angles. Some people have taken it from fashion, some omombe trolley, and all of that. I have seen the reaction from Raskuku and Kenata, and you're kind of a different side. But on this call, I want us to talk about the whole events production review.
Yeah.
Were you in the auditorium on the day? Were you at the event?
No, I was not there, but I was. I was at home monitoring clearly, so I watched from the start to the end. Even though I had my boys on the ground, I had few guys on the ground giving me reports and updates of what really went on.
That's nice. That's nice. So, your first of all, before we enter into the whole sections, what is your general overview about the whole event production for the 25th Telecel Ghana Music Awards?
Okay, personally, some of us, we take key interest in live production because that's our space, that's our area of interest. So aside from the music bits, I was more focused on how the production was going to go, because this represents us as a nation. And so it would be very beautiful to see the outside world, speaking good about production executives here in Ghana, that all Ghanaians are very good. The reason being that if it goes well for Ghana, anytime that there are foreign, events coming into the country, they go like, you know what, don't worry yourself. Just go with the director. You can have anything that you want in Ghana. You understand? Because they have seen great stars coming out of our country. So I was monitoring very well. I was impressed with a couple of staffs. There are other staffs that, because I'm an events person as well, live production person, sometimes, like the Nigerians will say, you didn't see this coming. You understand? And so you should always, have that fact that you didn't see this coming will also come. But then, overall, I would say they did their best, even though they had few challenges there. But I think it wasn't a joke. It was something we could, improve over years to come.
So let's start from the red carpet. I mean, as an event person, in terms of production on the red carpet, do you think there's been an improvement? And what is your view on this year's red carpet, the whole setup, that is from the entrance through to the entrance of the main auditorium? What is your view on this year's red carpet setup and everything, and also production as well?
Okay. Well, I'll stick more to the production bits because I'm not a set designer, but I mean, visually, what I saw on the set was good. The lighting was on point. It was good, but I think my challenge was with the coordination and then also communication and a little bit of sound. Because at a point you could hear the communication or between the directors and the presenters into the main sound, which I felt it was a minus for us because if a director or a crew person is communicating to somebody, there is no way the listener or the viewer should hear it from the main outputs of the sound. I don't know what happened there. I don't know how they had it wrong there, but I feel it is something we really need to look at it because it has not repeated once. We've seen it a couple of times when in events, when they are communicating, we can hear it in the main feed. I think it's a minus for us. And on the red carpet too, we're having lost signals. I mean, a few times. Lost signals means, there's something we used to call kente. Or professionally, we call it calabar. You see some red, green, blue lines on the screen.
Yeah.
Occasionally, you could see that the feed is lost and you see that bar on the screen. But that's some of those things you can't fault the technical crew people so much because you are dealing with cables and signals and there are things that can interfere that bit. The question is that when you watch some of these foreign productions, do you see this? You will hardly see this. So we don't have to, encourage it. We'll have to improve on that. And I'm sure going forward, we'll have to look at that. And also with microphones, at a point you could see that the red carpet hosts microphone were going off. I don't know if it was signal lost or it was batteries. I don't know what really, really went wrong there. But I feel next time, when we have a show like that transmitting across Africa, Aquaba Magic and all that, we need to take, note of all those things so that it doesn't look bad. I mean, when it comes to video or live productions here in Ghana. So on the red carpet, these are my few observations. Sometimes you would realize that the female host will be speaking to somebody on the red carpet, and then the male host will also be speaking to somebody on the red carpet, and you have that sound clash, two of them speaking. It becomes a bit confusing because they are supposed to cue there, okay, this person is done speaking. And so let's move to you. You understand?
Okay.
And I think the connection in there, coordination there didn't go so well. But I think they tried, so we can improve on that.
Now let's enter into the main auditorium. And here I want you to also touch on your observation with regards to first the stage setup. And here, since it is still live production, we are going to talk about the whole auditorium setup with the screens, the cameras, the angles, and also the performances. What is your view on these angles?
Okay, first of all, I would like to applaud Charterhouse. They did extremely well with the stage. It was a world-class stage. It was beautiful. Lighting on the stage itself was key. Like it was cool. It's not something we can rubbish it. It was nice. But I think in the audience section, some of the shots were not really, really, really looking as good as we wanted it. You understand? I'm sure the focus more was on the stage. But, when it comes to awards, the audience are also important because there are VIP sections and you have key people. And so there are times that you get to see that, okay, a camera should be laid on this particular person because of what is going to be announced and all that. And so I think going forward, it will be nice for us to also think about lightening in the audience as well. And so with the stage, beautiful. With the lighting on stage, beautiful. But I think with the audience side, that is what I feel like maybe we can improve something there. And with performance, there is something I would like to touch on it. And there is this track. Normally we see it's branded GH1. That's a production track, an OBU track.
Okay.
According to my checks, that was what it was used. And that's one of the best tracks we have in Ghana. It's been used for all the top productions. I mean, when it comes to ICGC's Greater Works, and that's production track has been used. I mean, a series of DSTV football matches has been used. 3 music awards some years back, they used the same track. It's an excellent track, very dope, very great. I mean, when you go and check on Azel is one production, and they make production equipment, and they collaborated with Bahamus Electronics to, do that van for GH1.
Wow.
And when you look at their website and you go into the van, you realize that it's like a modern van with a lot of complex thing. And so if you are going to do a production with such a van, you need to have a lot of top-notch technicians who have worked with the van track for so many years to be around it. Sometimes you might be experienced in our studios and in our offices, but if you're going to work with a particular van, even if you've worked on or you've worked with a track before, there should be always numerous of technicians as backup to help you, because I experienced some technical delays when they were doing 3 music award with the same track some years back, and this time too we experienced some delays there. So I think there might be something around. It might not necessarily not be that the track has a problem, but maybe the hands that work on. Sometimes it's like a car. You pick up a car to drive, you need to move for a while before you settle. Like you settle with the car, you realize, okay, this is how this car moves. You understand? That's what I felt, because you realize in the beginning of the show it was a bit rough. They had not really settled on the route.
Okay.
But getting to the middle of the show, you realize that things have improved and it was getting better. That's why the opening act didn't really have a good show like that, like Can Promise.
Can Promise, okay.
Yes, you realize that he really didn't have a good show. And I think his wasn't from the technical crew, but I feel within individual productions, there are certain key things that you need to know your strengths, and then you need to. I mean, I saw a lot of people applauding for Nasi, and I was surprised. Nasi is a technical person. And so Nasi will make sure that he cooks his food from the studio, and then he brings it on stage and ensures that this and that is in place for him to excel. And people can attest to his performance. It was one of the best. Stoneboy had been on all the international stages and have all these experiences. So when he's coming on stage, he knows where to tackle for him to have a good show. He came on stage with his own mic, which I usually see Shatawale also doing that. That's beautiful, because sometimes you don't really have to rely on what they are going to give you. You need to have yours. And so I feel the Promise team could have done better.
Okay.
Than, I noticed Baba Sadiq, the Full Circle teams were behind.
Yes, they were behind the production of Can Promise's performance.
But what I saw is that we will all attest that Baba Sadiq is more interested in the visual appealing style.
Okay.
So you realize that when it comes to the costuming, how the looks, the whole act was on point. But when it came on the delivery, where you have a bit of technicality sound, which I feel Killbeat should have, held on that thing. I felt that if Killbeat was not part of the performance, but he was behind the stage, making sure that his artist technicalities was on point, he wouldn't have had that bad day. You understand? And so sometimes I think when you have your coach, don't make your coach or don't allow your coach to be part of your starting 11. You rather have to keep him at the backstage to help you. So that's my few observations that I noticed in there. I learned Frankie did the sound, and I mean Frankie is one of the best
sound guys we have in this
country. Yeah. I mean, he's done all the international shows and all that. So if something goes wrong, I doubt it will be from the end of Frankie. Sometimes you can cook everything. Somebody can cook everything well for you. But who is serving the food can make certain petty mistakes. For example, the transition of the auditorium sound to the main feed sound.
Exactly. That is the output on people's screens and on online.
Yes, you could feel a lot of difference in there. You understand? Yeah, but I think going forward, we have to pay attention to all these things. I don't know why Amare pulled out, but I'm sure it was all around this technical radar.
Yeah, for Amare, she stated in her statement that it was because some of her technical radar staff were not met, and the organizers were not responding to her. So yes, it's the reason why.
Yeah, you understand. So just imagine if she, said, okay, this is Ghana, let me do it the Ghanaian way. Probably she might also have a bad day. You understand? So sometimes our technical people should know the task ahead and also make sure that in everything that we are doing, they're receiving backup. That's one thing I've, realized that our people mostly, we don't take backup serious. We don't take backup serious. So I'm just hoping that going forward.
Thank you so much, Pakorich. But then before you go, you've seen this is the 25th edition, and I'm sure you've seen over 2 decades of the Ghana Music Award. What is your rating on that particular one? 25 years of doing events of that magnitude. What would be your rating? Have we improved, or there's still more room?
When it comes to improvements, bro, we have improved because I'm not sure if you go and watch that of 2000, the kind of settings and technologies that we were using. You'll be smiling. You won't.
I know, right?
So this is extremely better than what we used to do. And we are praying that it gets better.
Thank you so much, bro. So rate it from 1 to 10.
Oh, I'll give them 60%. They've done well.
Wow. That's great. Thank you, Pakorich. Thank you for spending time with us, Charlie. God richly bless you.
You too. Okay.
So that is what is coming from DJ Pakorich, obviously an event expert in terms of live events and all of that. And he has shared his views. You can equally share your views in the comment section. Let me hear from you. Let me know what you think about the whole event production. And before I wrap up, let me say big ups to one of the directors who also happens to be the general manager for TV3, that is Afepa. I believe you've seen a video of a lady in the master control room who was directing the cameras. I could stand here, I could do this, I could do that, I could wait, I could stand here, I could do this. Yes, that is Afepa. And you may have enjoyed the whole event. In fact, you even have the right to criticize people's performance and all of that. But in terms of people who are in the kitchen cooking the whole event, cooking the whole production, it has a different ball game altogether, I must say. So this is the first review. I am definitely going to do a part 2 of it. I'm still going to sample the views of experts in terms of the event field, and we are going to talk about the whole production. Have we improved? Some people even have the notion that competition from 3 music awards in just a few years have given the Ghana Music Awards or Charterhouse another lift or another form of creativity pressure for them to even collaborate with artists to give them good performances. I don't know what you think, but you can equally share your views in the comment section. My name is Roland Amate. This has been Roland's Report. On the next episode, I'm going to speak to Kelvin Kenneth, who is the CEO of Ghana Events Guide Ghana, as well as Africa Event Award. And he's also going to share his view. Maybe on subsequent editions, we are still going to talk to the PRO of Chatterhouse, that is Mr. Robert Clark, to also give his views. Let me hear from you in the comment section. Recommend this channel to others so we can expand the family. This has been Roland's Report. Thanks for spending time with us. I'll meet you in the next episode. Peace, and I'm out of here.
The matter chop hot.
Asemene Diloto. Hey!
Aye.